Hi, I'm Tina from Tina's Country Door. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make an Easter flower wreath using the bicycle wheel frame from the Dollar Tree. So stay tuned for that. But before I get into the tutorial, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and hit the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Now, I'm going to show you the materials I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So I'm going to bring you down so you can look at my table. The materials that I'm using, the bicycle wheel frame from the Dollar Tree, I painted it white because my colors are light color and I didn't want to take a chance of the dark showing through the deco mesh. I'm using, it's like a peach or a coral. I don't know particular because it didn't say on the package, and I am colorblind, so shades of color can sometimes be hard for me, but I got that from Hobby Lobby. Metallic white, and then I have some metallic moss apple green that I got from Craft Outlet. I have 24 of these, but I don't know if I'll use them all. I may use 12, or I may use 24. I don't know. We'll see when I get into the tutorial. Now, I already went on ahead and I cut the white. I have 36 pieces. And then a back. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's a placemat. And I have a whole stack of those that I keep for the backs of my wreaths. Pliers. Have a cable gun, zip tie gun, or you can use clippers to clip your zip ties. I have my Woodburner, my glue gun with glue, and I have my elastics that I got from the Dollar Tree and Walmart. You get 500 for $1. Zip ties that I got off Amazon. And for my splinter, I am going to try, I've got this from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 in a pack. And I got some of this from the Dollar Tree. It's left over. Looks like moss. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to use some skewer sticks. I got these from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to stick the skewer sticks in the egg. And then I'm going to stick the other end of the skewer stick into the foam to try to make it, you know, bush out, which it doesn't bush out, but you get the idea. And I'm going to use this to put in between the eggs so you don't see the white. I haven't done a center like this before, so we'll see when I get there if I can figure it out. And then I have the floral pin to stick in there with the zip tie to attach it to the frame. So everything that I've used, that, let's see, the Woodburner, the glue gun, the cable gun, or anything else, I'll leave links in the description below if you want to go check them out and maybe purchase these items. I'm an affiliate with Amazon, so I get a small commission at no extra cost to you, and that helps me keep crafting and doing these tutorials. Let's get started with this tutorial. This is the petal that I'm using for the leaves, so it's a little bit, they're kind of not too skinny, but a little skinny, so that's why I don't know if I'm going to use 12 or 24. We'll see when I start getting some on there. So to do that petal, I've got my piece of deco mesh curled up, and you've got to put it in a diamond shape, and it's important to stay consistent with where your factory edges are. See, all my factory edges are on the left because I go clockwise when I put my leaves, my petals on the frame. So to get the the factory edge on the left, I have the factory edge down here at my left hand and the other factory edge up here on my right side. So I just take the top and the bottom of the diamond, and I like to turn mine kind of like this to make sure I've got it even, because I'm weird that way. But and then you pinch and you just pull it up like that and flip it over. Easy. And then you get an elastic band and stick it on there. And that's all you do for that petal. Okay. Now, ooh, that one's not, gotta leave it alone. Dude, stop trying to be perfect, Tina. Okay. So now I'm going to take my zip ties. I do 2 zip ties per petal, per leaf petal. And you'll see why I do that. I cross it over like that. One of them. And I'll slide that nub through there and zip it all the way. Gun. This gun helps a lot with my arthritis. Now I'm going to take the second zip tie and go the opposite way to crisscross. And what this does, because just using the one zip tie kind of makes the pedal wonky, and putting that second one in there will straighten it out. So, see, it's crisscrossed right there. So put another one on here. Cross that over, zip it. And cross over the other way. Oh, got that backward. Okay. Now, let's see. This is where I'm going to decide. Ugh, that one's a little shaped odd. But, I don't know. I'll put another one on there and we'll see if I want to. See, I'm either just going to put one on each bar and just have 12, or one on each bar and then one in the center. I don't know. I'm going to put them on the bar first, and then I'll go back and I'll lay some on the center to see what I think. But for now, we're just going to put them on the bars. And I'm going to put, yeah. Pardon my sniffling, but it is that time of year. Allergies. My husband and I have been doing a lot of that. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the rest of these on the bars. And when I get that finished, I'll come back and let you know if I decide to put them in the center. I decided that only 12 was too sparse for me, so I'm going to go ahead and put 12 more on, one in between each of these. So that's what I'm doing. And you just crisscross it like these other ones. Put one zip tie here in between these. Put the pedal there, zip it, and then crisscross. Take another zip tie and cross it over to pull it straight. I don't know where my pliers are. And that pulls it, that straightens it out. And I think where I went and put these on, and then now I'm putting these in the center, they're going to be over that. That's going to give it more dimension, so I'm glad that I did that. So this is what the flower is looking like so far with the 24 green leaf petals. With the flower petals, I'm doing 3 rows, 12 petals on each row because there's 12 bars, and the petals on all 3 rows are going to be the same. I'm going to put my petals on counterclockwise because I ended up with the factory edge on the right side of the petal and the raw edge on the left side of the petal. So when I put the petal on going counterclockwise, the factory edge will cover the raw edge of the previous petal. If you want to do it clockwise, like I usually do, all you have to do is turn it around like this with the factory edge up here and the factory edge down here. But doing it counterclockwise, I've got to have the factory edge up here and the factory edge down here. Okay, so it's curling up, diamond shape, and I'm bringing the top down, the bottom over that, like that. And I always kind of turn mine this way to try to get it, make sure it's as even as I can get it. And then I squish it in. flip it over and pull it like this. And I want it to look pointed like that. And I need to make sure the points are even. So that's what it's going to look like. Get my elastic. I'm bad for sticking these in my mouth to get a hold of them. I need to try not to do that, but put the elastic on there. Now that's what the pedal looks like. Now with this pedal, I need to have the factory edge up here and the factory edge down here so I can be consistent with the previous pedal, because I'm doing this pedal different. And I bring the top corner down, the bottom corner up. I always turn it, like I said, to make sure I get it as even as I can. And instead of just pinching this, I'm going to walk it. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist. And I like doing this pedal like this because the back of the pedal gives the front of the pedal a flare. Makes it, when you put it on the wreath, it causes it to flare out, and I think it gives it a whimsical look. Put the elastic on there, and that's the pedal already made. See, that's the pedal. So that's how you do it. Now it's easy to put it on the frame. Usually I preload all the zip ties. I do it like an assembly line at a factory. For me, that's faster. I do all the pedals, then I put all the zip ties on here, and then I add all the pedals. I don't know if it's where when I was younger, I worked at a factory and it's just in my nature, but I find that it goes faster for me that way. So I've got my zip tie, and I put that nub in that zip tie, and I zip it. And I've got to remember that I need to go counterclockwise with this one. Put that off. I think I need a better clipper. I need to get my gun and do that. Use my gun. So I'm going to go counterclockwise with this one so that I cover that factory edge with the raw edge. I'll put another one on there to show you what I mean. Get my zip tie. I don't have a zip tie there. Zip it on there. Oh, that one's twisted. Stuck in there. Now, see that factory edge that's here is going to cover the raw edge, and then this front part covers that factory edge, so that helps with fraying. And I'm going to do all 3 rows like this. I will put 2 rows on, and then I'll come back when I do the last row, because with the last row where it gets tighter, I have to put the pedals on a little bit different. My last tutorial doing a flower on the bicycle frame, I had someone ask the question about spacing, how I space the pedals on the bars. Usually all I do, show you the back, I just scoot it up. If you can see here, there's the nub of the leaf, and that's not going anywhere. But these will slide like that. So I just slide that up till that nub is just kind of nestled in there. And with the next row, I'll do the same thing. But where they slide, sometimes they can get a little wonky. And if it's enough to bother me, then I will measure it with a measuring tape and put a little piece of blue tape or something around there to where I can see how far to bring the second row of pedals. If it doesn't bother me, then I don't fool with that. Because I always, after I finish each row, I hang this up and I step back and I look at it, and I, judge if I think that I need to move the pedals. That's one thing I do like about this, is where you can slide the pedals. Sometimes, I'll slide the pedals to make it, because I'm a person who likes things symmetrical, and I try to get it as symmetrical as I can. So if it bothers me too much, that's what I do. I'll measure it and put a little piece of blue tape or something on the bar to mark how far to bring that down. But most of the time, I just nestle the nub in the next pedal like this. Nub, I'll nestle it like that in the next row pedal. I just wanted to make sure in this video I share that, because like I said, I never thought about that when I was making these videos. So now I'm going to put 2 rows on, row 1 and 2 on, and then I'll come back when I do row 3. Back for the last row. I already put 6 on in every other bar because, like I said, it gets crowded there. So I do every other bar, and then when I put the other 6 on, it kind of stacks them a little bit. My zip ties get twisted in this. So I'm just going to add the last 6 on here, and then we'll work on the center. If I can get these zip ties straightened up. So, got these. Just put the nub in there. And they stick together so bad, even though the pieces do, even though I burned it. Straighten up these petals. Spread them out. They just stick together so bad. Alright, I'll put it fooling with the gun. Oh, wrestling with these zip ties. Almost got this. Now, I've not made this center before, but I can already tell that I'm like, need another egg. There weren't enough eggs in that pack. What I'll have to do is I'm going to go ahead and make it and put it on, but where it's foam, I can just easily put the last egg that I need. I'll have to, next time I go to the big city, and so I can run by Hobby Lobby, get another pack of eggs. Now there are a couple ways you could do the center. You can go on ahead and put the foam on there using the zip ties and then stick the eggs on. Or you can put the eggs in the foam and then stick it on. So it's whatever is easier for you. I think I'm going to make it and then put it on. So I've got my foam that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I got my eggs. I already put sticks in. I got some of these from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut them with my clippers here. And then I have some of this stuff that I got because the eggs, there are going to be spaces between the eggs I got this from the Dollar Tree that I'll need to cover. I got an egg. Try to find the center of the bottom. Try to find the center. Started a hole. Make sure I got that lined up. And then put glue in that hole. I want to make sure I get it straight, and see if that stick is too long. I can just clip that off, which, yeah, it's going to be too long. Let's do it this way. Find the center with the pointed end, it's easier. Sorry, make that in there. Yeah, that's going to be too long, but I'll clip it off. Make sure I get that straight. That doesn't look straight on that stick. Okay, put glue there. There. Alright, now I gotta pick which egg I want to be my center. I'll put. I tried my best to find the center. I already went on ahead and poked the hole to try to get an ideal, and that's too long, so I'm going to clip that off. Stick's too long. See, I don't want it coming through the back. All right, now we'll put glue on this. And stick it in that hole. Now you can just stick it on there without putting the stick in it, but I want to make sure it's going to be secure, because if it's out in the sun and it gets hot, I don't want the eggs falling off. So that's why I'm doing the stick. And then I just added a dab of glue under the egg to double secure it. Now, see the eggs, if I stick them in like that, you'd be able to see the white. So that's where this stuff is going to come in. And I'm going to make a mess. That's okay. And I'm just going to put glue down and wrap this around the egg to hide some of that white. Yep, going to make a mess. Put some glue around. And try not to burn myself. Sticking that to the glue. I'm gonna have to raise you up a little bit because I want to make sure that you see what I'm doing. And that looks neat. It looks like an egg nestled in there. Now I'm going to take another egg, figure out where I want to stick it, and I know that's going to go through. I'm going to have to clip some of that off. I know that sticks too long. I think I need to put more grass on that, or moss or whatever. Moss. Oh, that went through too far. Let's see. That's what it's going to look like. I'm put some glue on the bottom of this egg so I could make sure I have it secured two ways. There we go. Now that's green. What color do I want to put beside the green? I guess we could put pink. Kind of. Okay. Bring my thing on for my glue gun here. Now I want to put purple, lavender, whatever you want to call that color. Okay, is that gonna hold? I think it is. No. What color? Yellow. And then what? Orange. I'm gonna clip that off. Where did I have to? This is just to give it more security. Now what color? I got one yellow, so I want to save that. I got one of each anyways. I don't want the pink because I've got a pink right there. I guess I could do a blue. It's too big. Too long. Yeah, that'll work. The egg pushing against the moss will help that moss stay in there too. Put it on the stick. Or I put that moss there. I can't see the hole to put the... Put a little bit of glue there. Hold that egg. Alrighty. And then put the eggs around. Let's put some more moss around this. Shove it in there. If any of you have any ideals or tips on how to help with the glue strings, let me know in the comments. Now, I'll stick these around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 and I've only got 5. So yeah, I'll have to buy another box. I mean another thing of eggs. Now how do I want to do these colors? I don't want the colors on next to each other. So we'll put green there. I don't think that goes with the yellow there. Put an orange there. Maybe. Yeah, and then purple. Green, yellow, orange, purple. And then, let's see how we're going to do this. Whoa. I'm going to have to add some more moss in there because you can see the white. Make sure I don't get it in that hole where I'm going to stick my egg. That glue in that hole. Now. There we go. And then I'll put moss around this too. I think that's gonna look good, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna put yellow here. I'm gonna put more moss there to make the hole first. Okay. That's too well. Get in there. Now let's find that hole. Since that glue got wet glue there, I'll just go ahead and put some moss on that. Put orange there. Put in some moss. If glue gets down in the hole, that ain't gonna be good. Because then I'll have a hard time sticking my egg down in the hole. Where's that hole at? All right. So that's what. Now that's where I had to put another egg. Oh, that's cute. Put moss around the rest of it and then wait for my last egg. I don't know what day I'll be able to go to Hobby Lobby. My closest Hobby Lobby is an hour away. For now, I'm just putting the moss on here. But I will finish this video after I get my eggs. Might as well go ahead and finish what I can, so I can get this mess cleaned up. Because I've got a mess. I need to get this out of my way. Whew, that was hot. Hot, hot. I'm going to do that all the way around this. So I'm going to let you go for now, and when I get my other egg, I'll come back and finish the video. I went to Hobby Lobby, and they didn't have any more of these eggs. But I've been holding this up to the flower as it's been hanging on my wall, and I don't think you can really notice that there is an egg down here that probably should be down here. And I like this center, so I'm going to use it regardless. But if you make this center, make sure you have enough eggs. And they don't have to be this particular kind. They could be, you know, different kinds. Like I made another center using these little eggs. Did it the exact same way I did the bigger center, but I like the bigger center better than this center for this particular flower. I might make another flower to use this center on. I don't know. So to put the center on, I took 2 floral pins and I glued them in the center as best I could get in the center on this foam. And then I've got a zip tie slid through there. And then I took a zip tie through this, as you can see. I made sure I went straight across to get it even to slide this zip tie through. So I'm going to do that now. I have to be mindful of where my bottom is, because where the egg is, that's going to be that's what I'm going to try to do I'm going to try to put it in the bottom. So let's see if I can get this on here. The green stuff comes off a little bit, but I took this outside and I sprayed it with some sealant spray to try to stiffen that up, and it's helped a little bit. Clip that off, zip tie. Now, that's still loose, but that's because I have to tighten the back. But this is the spray that I used. I used the gloss just to maybe give the eggs a little more shine. I don't think it made a difference. So I've got that on the front. Tighten it on the back some. And I don't want to tighten it all the way because I don't want my petals to get squashed. And the eggs are in there good. So I think that's good, because even if it needs to be, it can be twisted a little bit. But I think that's good. I think we're ready to put the back on. Yeah, I'm really happy with this flower. Let's clip this off and get that back. I'm using the green placemat that I got at the Dollar Tree. I've got 4 zip ties. I'm going straight across like that. I'm going to find a little slit in the placemat to try to push my zip tie through and bring it around the bar of the frame and start zipping it. I don't zip it all the way at first. Then I'm going to come straight across. And then down here. and straight across up here. I already tied a string on here. You can use jute or any kind of string. A zip tie isn't as bendable, so if you put a zip tie on there, it can make the wreath hang lopsided. So I just took some of this, and it's really sturdy, and I just tied and put some of that on the frame to hold that. So now I'm going to take the zip ties and zip the ones straight across from each other a little at a time, because I want to keep them even on the frame so that one side doesn't go over the frame more than the other side. Do the same here. Well, I think I've got it. Now let's clip these off. Turn these around so they won't scratch the door. I like the eggs with the green moss because it looks, you know, they're nestled in there. I think that looks really good. Give this side view. It's full. It's a full flower. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And if you haven't already followed me on my other social media sites, I'll leave the links below in the description so you can go check them out and hopefully follow me on those. I hope that I gave you some inspiration making this flower. So until next time, may God bless you